I'm Mike Bowers. I'm talking pictures this morning with cartoonist for the Canberra Times, David Pope. Welcome, David.
G'day, Mike.
With the Malaysian solution on hold, they're seeking any sort of solution at all, it seems. And Mark Knight's done this lovely little play on words with Manus Island being Menace Island.
I like this cartoon. It's got here, Bowen, brilliant. I've just been told about Menace Island. Sounds horrible, doesn't it? That's where we'll send asylum seekers. Just the sound of Menace Island will strike fear into the heart of any potential illegal boat person.
Sorry to ruin the thought bubble, sir, but it's actually called Manus Island. The debate has really degenerated now, hasn't it?
And I like this because this was done the day before the Department Secretary for Immigration appeared in front of a parliamentary inquiry, basically doing that very thing. You've got the political debate, you know, talking about Menace Islands, and then the Secretary raising all these questions about asylum policy. So I presume he read this cartoon and went in armed.
Fiona Katowski, she's I love her stuff. She's gently funny with this, and it's the obvious solution. There must be one island we haven't considered, with the big yellow Australia staring at.
It's like a puzzle cartoon. You've got to work it out. You know, what's the answer? And it's on the tip of my tongue. It's staring you in the face, but it's a great cartoon.
This beautiful road.
You want to sing the Eagles when you see
You
this,
do, don't you? Desperado. You've been out riding fences for so long now.
It's great just capturing that image of Tony getting wedged on that issue of coal seam gas mining and farmers.
Yeah.
And
great big fracking headache. He got himself into a massive headache, and this really lovely Nico that's divided the brain up geologically, with top layer belongs to farmers and then an impervious sedimentary rock that separates the next layer, which belongs to the miners, and the bottom two layers belongs to religion, 50% to God and 50% to pulse.
See, that's good because, I mean, we're getting a scientific explanation of the difficulty then of trying to extract policy out of that.
There's another song. Zanetti has got another song. I can't sing, so you're going to do this one.
Old MacDonald has a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he has an abbot, E-I-E-I-O, with a no-no here and a yes-yes there. Here a yes, there a no, everywhere a yes-no.
I can do that one. As the farmer cocks the shotgun ready to give it to the singing abbot.
That's great.
I really like this one of yours. Spring has sprung and you've sort of back to work and off they go.
Well, yep, this is back to work for the spring session, and you've got all, you know, I guess the challenge for Julia is rounding up all the little lambs that she's, you know, all the little bills that are lined up to pass through this agenda. And there you've got Tony with his fracking plans and, you know, little guy there tapping into some of the crazy in the debate. And, yeah, I just thought that was an appropriate way of acknowledging the opening of Parliament.
Absolutely. Lots of people gathered out the front of Parliament to voice their concerns about pretty much everything. It was hard to narrow down the single cause, mostly carbon tax, I think, but there was certainly a grab bag of complaints.
There was, judging by the banners and the placards and the interviews with people, a very angry rally focused around the carbon tax, but a high degree of crazy in amongst it, I have to say.
Yeah, well, they toned down the language from ditch the bitch to ditch the witch. You know,
ditch the witch was there.
Yeah.
Look, my favourite one was actually the one that said, "I'm so angry, I've made this sign." I mean, really, you can make a bit more of an effort, couldn't you?
Moya has drawn the carbon tax as the frog that just will not turn into a prince, with Swanee going, keep trying.
This is great, and it's simple. You know, the challenge for the government to turn this thing into something more handsome.
Yeah.
I mean, there's another way you could read this. I sometimes wonder if perhaps Swanee's talking to the frog. But that's the great thing about cartoons. You can read them lots of different ways.
Well, that's a great note for us to ride off into the sunset. Thank you very much for taking the time.
No worries, Mike.
Back to you, Barry.